We'll go ahead and take 3 deep breaths to begin. In, out, in and out, and in. And as you breathe out in this last breath, give yourself an extra little push to push the last of that breath out, and then let the next breath come naturally and normally. Those 3 deep breaths were kind of like a reset, and you just let your breath come now in and out in a relaxed manner, coming as it wishes, long if it wants to be long, short if it wants to be short, not trying to control that breath, but giving your attention to the breath, feeling as the breath enters your nostrils, fills your lungs and fills your body. And then as you breathe out, you feel that breath leaving your nostrils again, warmed by your lungs. And then the breath begins again, that cool air coming in your nostrils, filling your lungs and body. And you let your attention be like a stone, and you're watching that stone that begins on the top of your head, moves down through your body, through your head, your neck and shoulders, through your chest, down your spine, coming to settle in your belly, like a pebble moving through a stream and settling on the bottom of the stream. And you let your attention come to rest in that spot in the center of your belly, where it becomes one in harmony with the breath. You feel your belly rising as you breathe in and falling as you breathe out. If it's helpful, you can note breathing in as your belly rises and breathing out as your belly falls. Or you can just feel that belly rising like a wave as you breathe in and falling like a wave receding as you breathe out. Following that line through your breath. Keeping your attention focused on the breath. Being one with that belly rising as you breathe in and falling as you breathe out. And as your attention will wander to thoughts, to feelings, or to sensations of the body, to worries or anxiety, or things that you're excited about, just gently bring your attention back. No need to yank it like a dog on a chain. No need to yell at yourself for letting your mind wander. That's what minds do. But we're able to just bring it back. In part, we're able to because we've practiced this. We've done this over many Thursday afternoons. We've watched our breath with mindfulness, without judgment. And when our minds have wandered, we bring them back. They still wander, but perhaps we bring them back more quickly than we used to. And as you feel yourself harmonizing with your breath, as you feel your body breathing in and breathing out, feeling yourself settling into the breath, become aware too of how you settle on your seat. You feel your feet flat on the floor. You feel your spine heading downwards as you feel your sits bones rest on the chair. Sometimes we think we're a great distance from the earth, but the place where we sit, the place where our feet rest, really is this great earth. We sit on the earth and we sit like a mountain. We sit still and strong, regardless of whether snow or clouds or rain move over us. Like the mountain, we sit through it all, settled and aware. We're aware, too, that we're connected to that earth, that great earth that we sit on. I think more than ever in the spring, we're aware of that. We begin to smell the scent of the earth in the air. As we're aware of that breath entering our bodies, we catch the sweetness of the air. There may be a lilac or a crabapple just outside the window. All the trees are in their riot of growth, budding and beginning to show the green everywhere. And we feel, even if we're not close to a window, how the sun filters in, the light filters in through the windows, and we feel the warmth that heats the air in the room so that we feel warmed by the sun as well. We're connected to the earth, and the earth connects all of us to each other. To not just those human beings, but to the winged animals, the four-leggeds, the worms, the bugs, the flowers and the trees. All connected to the earth and all connected beneath the surface of the earth. I was weeding my rose garden and struck by some very hardy weed that's there. It curls up around the roses so that it's hard to get at it. And there's this white filament that connects all of the plants. If I remember right, the term is stoloniferous. Plants that are all connected by a web of roots. There are plants that do that. There are groves of aspen trees that are all connected. There's a spot behind my garage where we foolishly tried to plant some tomatoes, not realizing how little sunlight it got. And we had moved some ferns out of there. There were just a couple of them that remained. And now that we've taken out and taken away that dream of vegetables back there, the ferns, hardy that they are coming back, spreading everywhere from those few that remained, all connected by the roots, popping up in a better job than I could do by trying to replant them or spread them around. And I have to be in awe of them, both of the ferns that I want to return there and whatever that weed is that spreads throughout the roses. How they survive by being connected. And how we survive by being connected too. How we connect as we sit here, turning our attention to our breath. We breathe together. We do this practice together as we have for several years now. And I find it carries me forward through the week. I think often of those of us who were together the week before and took that time to practice together, to enjoy our breaths, to enjoy each other's presence. I've become more aware of it when we're at a distance through Zoom, more even than we were when we sat together in that same room. And hopefully we'll be doing that again soon. But I feel that connection. How we're connected beneath the earth by those fine white threads that connect the weeds and connect to the ferns. We're connected to each other and connected to them. We reach for the sunlight together and we grow together. And we support each other in our lives and in our practice. In this simple practice of breathing together, of turning our attention together. It's almost at times as though it feels like it's not just a practice we do alone and separate, but our attention and our hearts and our minds are of one great heart and mind. Connected with the earth like a large net. Each of us are just one knot in that large net. We all breathe together. And at times when I may feel alone or lonesome, I try and remember that I may be temporarily distant or separated from others, but no more than I could tear out one fern and get rid of the whole garden. Am I totally separate? We're all connected to. We just need to be aware of it and acknowledge it, to be attentive to it as we are to our breath. This breath that is one breath all together. Our lives together are like our gardens. We roll up our sleeves, dig our hands in the dirt, and get on with the work of living together, of this garden of hearts and minds that we grow. So as you go out this week, or if you don't go out, If you're in your home, see if you can feel that thread that connects us all. That great garden on this earth that we all live in together, that we're all connected together in. And as always, with this simple practice, it can be as easy to find as going to the breath, not just seeing the thread that goes through the breath, but the thread that connects all these breaths, all our lives together. Even when we may feel separate, we're connected. By dropping that pebble, by going through the layers and settling down into the bottom, we can find that. We can find that we're connected too with the pebbles, with the currents in the river, with the fish in the river. All part of this great earth and this great life. So carry that feeling with you and return to it throughout this week as you can. And for right now, take 3 deep breaths. And when you're ready, open your eyes, returning to that separateness that isn't really separate.
That was great, Phil.
Yeah, it felt good. It's always so interesting to see. I mean, we all kind of have a feeling that all comes up or what we're talking about and what's on all our minds. So it's nice to try and
Yeah.
tap into that and say it out loud.
That was really nice.
That was
Yeah.
awesome. That was beautiful imagery. Really, really loved that. You're so good at it.
I'll get that posted too.
Yeah. What a gift.
All right. You guys take care. I'll see you next week again.
Great. Thank you so much, Phil.
All right.
You
Take
guys.
care.
Great.
Yeah, keep feeling better, David.
Yeah. See you soon.
See you
Yeah.
soon.
Guys.